Hello and welcome to the last weather briefing, the extra credit weather briefing for Danielle Sylvester. First up in this weather briefing, we have surface analysis charts, and as we can see over Grand Forks, there is a high pressure system, and then south of that high pressure system seems to be a pretty widespread cold front moving through, and ahead of that is another cold front, and then on the very east coast is a cold front and a low pressure system. And as we can see, in front of the cold front is significant rain showers and rain storms. And then there's also a few high pressure systems in the Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico area. Moving on from there, we will take a look at the current weather depiction chart. Here we have cloud cover shown in Grand Forks. It looks like a pretty clear day. That is signified by the open circles. They are not filled. If they were filled, how they are filled over by the east coast of the United States, that signifies significant weather or significant cloud cover. Moving away from the current weather depiction into the satellite, the visible one shows cloud cover. So as we can see again in North Dakota for local application, not much cloud cover shown there. Over where we saw those storms in the surface analysis, we can see those clouds there. Then this infrared satellite, once again, we can see pretty clear day in North Dakota. And once again on the east coast, shows that white there for the cloud cover. And then once again, this water vapor just reiterates what the last two infrared and visible were showing. Moving on from there, we will look at the radar. This is for the 17th at good around 1400 Zulu, so we can see the only thing to mention is the rainstorm in the central part of the United States, Kansas and Nebraska. And then another radar, this continuous, once again, those triangles, possible hail, and we can see where that storm was on the other radar we just discussed. Once again, we can see that in Nebraska and Kansas, and along that east coast where we saw those storms in the surface analysis chart. Moving into the SIGMETs, typically there aren't major SIGMETs in the United States, and we can see that these ones are over the ocean, and not much to discuss there for the SIGMETs. AirMets, the only one flying around North Dakota you'd have to worry about is green, which shows high turbulence at high altitudes. So if you are flying at high altitudes around south, it would be southeast North Dakota, you want to watch out for high level turbulence, high altitude turbulence. And then moving into pilot reports. Here this shows icing, turbulence, and sky cover. None to report in North Dakota, but we have a lot of green in the Midwest, eastern part of the United States, Illinois and Indiana, and it shows like turbulence, which would be light to moderate there. And then quite a few pink full circles, overcast clouds, and then various blue in there, which shows icing, light to moderate icing in those areas. And then moving on to the freezing levels, not any significant above or around North Dakota. We have that line from California all the way to Tennessee, to show the freezing levels down into Texas. Moving into the low-level prognostic chart forecast, this is going to show the weather for low altitude. So there in the bottom left corner of this picture is the key, the legend. We don't have any low level prognostic chart notifications in North Dakota. So just reference the chart in the lower left, and that will give you the meanings for those colors: blue, yellow, red, green. And then same with the high level prognostic. We don't have any in North Dakota. This high level is for flight levels 25,000 and up to 63,000. So we would say that flight level 250, flight level 630. And as we can see, there's a lot in the eastern part of the United States. So they will have, once again, in the lower left is the key for what is going on in those areas. Moving to the winds and loft forecast, we just can see the wind speed. It gives us knots. So yep, the color tells you how the speed and the slashes direction. So the dark blue is around 20, light blue around 16. So over in the eastern part, so you'll have those. You'll have above 20 there. Green is more than 20. So anywhere light blue, dark blue, green, you're looking at around 20 knots for winds there. And here this shows the turbulence, 5,000 feet. So it looks like North Dakota will have pretty moderate, light to moderate turbulence at 5,000 feet. And then also it looks like Florida will be pretty good covered in the eastern part, southeast I should say. So North Dakota looks like the whole entire state has a good amount of turbulence today. And then to finish it off, we have the Grand Forks METAR. This is a decoded METAR. The highlighted line is the raw METAR. So we can see that winds 140 from the southeast. That would be 6 miles per hour. We'd see clouds, few clouds at, that says 8,000 feet. So few, FISBO, we can know that acronym. Few, the sky will have few clouds. Not much to worry about there. And then 10 more statute miles. So that looks good. Good day to go flying. And this concludes the extra credit weather briefing for Daniel Sylvester.